The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
16-yard line.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Colts 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The tackle made by
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Colts, first down.
First down, Brissett. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Brissett's pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Gain of 5. Brings up
To throw again on second down. Brissett
7-yard line.
toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Colts nothing.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Titans' 7-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. After the penalty, it's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Watch the pass. 49, check 49, check 49.
On 3rd down, it's Henry, and he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's up and good.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Quickly completed to the right flat. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well,
that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Brissett to throw on first. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Open man is Trey Burton.
Brissett.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
17 yards. And a Colts first down.
Brissett on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A first down throw for Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the interception, here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Titans 21, Colts 7.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A first down carry for Henry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Again to Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Now that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
To Derrick Henry.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Derrick Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Justin Houston.
It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
19-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Again, it's Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
On the carry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's our house. Shift. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Brissett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Brissett again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this back across the midfield. Strikeman down to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the
and that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, let's get this. Deuce.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was tackled at
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. 120. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Giorgio Tavecchio for the extra.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
The tackle made at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
It's now second.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Brissett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And a Colts first down.
Brissett now. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, here's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Colts' 10-yard line.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one.